Hey everyone, welcome back to the JKW Woodworks channel. Today I have a cool, easy, fun build for you. It's the quilt ladder build. This is a very simple build that anybody can do, looks great, and it makes a great gift as well. For starters, all you need is a couple 2x4s and a couple 1-inch dowels, and all these items can be found at your local lumber store. I'm going to start off by cutting these 1-inch dowels down to 18 inches long. There's going to be 4 of them, so we have 4 rungs. I'm then going to take my 2x4s and cut them down to 5 feet long. I'm going to add a 10-degree angle cut on the base of the leg and a 10-degree angle cut on the top as well, so they can sit flush on the wall. Someone who I really enjoy watching on YouTube is 731 Woodworks, and something that he did when he built his quilt ladder was he added a 45-degree angle cut to the top of his workpiece. This 45-degree angle cut is very aesthetically pleasing, but also unnecessary. So if you don't want to do it, don't worry about it. However, I really liked it and how it turned out. The next thing I'm going to do is use my planer to plane the leg pieces down. As we all know, working with dimensional lumber, there's a lot of knots and it's not always straight and twisted. So this will help reduce that and give you a better final looking product. I'm also going to use my jointer that I built to really square up the sides. If you want to learn more about how to make this jointer, I included the link to the video that I have on the top right of this video. Now I'm going to mark out where I'm going to put my rungs for my ladder. I'm going to start from 18 inches from the base, and then I'm going to have a 12-inch gap in between each one. I used a 1-inch Forstner bit to drill holes for the dowels, and then I took my countersinking bit and drilled holes on both sides. That way I could drill through and attach the dowels with screws and also hide them with a dowel. Now we're on to the sanding process. As always, I didn't include the entire sanding process for each piece. just because it took forever and I don't think that's what you want to watch. I started out at 80 grit, then moved to 120 grit, 180, and then I added a 3/16 round over bit on all the edges. I decided to add my logo on each side, which is awesome. I love this wood burning logo, and I have a video on this as well if you want to check it out. I then finished with 220 grit, and that really cleaned up everything, including the logo itself. Everything looks great. It's nice and smooth to the touch. I had someone ask me how I would sand the dowels, so I included this clip as an example of how I did it. I started at 80 grit, then went to 120, 180, and then finished with 220. And I just used the same sanding disc that I use on the bigger piece. Now on to the actual assembly of the ladder. I put some wood glue in the holes where I then put the rungs in. Something that I've seen on a lot of people's builds is they only use wood glue, which wood glue is very strong, but I wanted to make mine extra sturdy, and that's why I did the pre-drills on each side. That way I could add a screw and then hide it with dowels. Once you screw the dowels in, this thing is very sturdy and will not budge and move. Now I'm going to use a wooden dowel to cover the screws. You simply add glue in the wood dowel and then use a flush trim saw to make it flush. You're going to eventually use a sanding block to sand everything down and make it nice and smooth with the rest of the piece. Now, if you're not careful with wood glue and it spills over, you're going to have to clean that up before you stain, otherwise you're going to have some impurities on the stain. So right here I'm using sanding blocks to kind of remove the wood glue so that I can actually stain and not have that be visible. As always, I love mineral spirits and it does a fantastic job, and as you can see it's really cleaning up this piece and preparing it for the staining process. Today I'm going to be trying out a new stain. It's Weathered Gray by Bear. The reason I chose this stain is because my flooring is weathered gray as well. Then I'm going to use spray shellac to complete the finish. I really love shellac because you don't have to sand in between and it dries really quick. So this process, instead of taking a day or two to complete, takes a couple hours. And let's look at the final build. It looks really good, especially with the flooring color. The 10-degree angle cuts really allow it to get a lot of surface on both the wall and the base, so it's very stable. Overall, I'm really pleased on how this finished product turned out. It looks great, very stable, and let's look at what it looks like with blankets. And voila. I wanted to say thank you for taking the time of your day to watch this video. We truly appreciate it. If you like this video, please like and subscribe so you can see more of it. Also, let me know in the comments below if you're interested in me making plans for this build. I will happily do so.